It's long to load, but I should have the virtual desktop. I'm not sure if it's gonna lag. We're gonna see. I think it's gonna lag, but tons of voxels inside of there. Just to change the code a little bit. Made the code a little bit better for the voxels. Oh, oops. So something is not working here. Yeah, so it lags. So let me just bring this to the forefront. And where's void expense? It's lagging. It's lagging with all of those voxels now. So let me just review. Oh. It wasn't activated. Let me check again. Why is it lagging suddenly? Because I'm capturing void expense. Why was it more lagging than before? Anyway, so let's let it generate here. Tiny screen though. Tiny form solution. Takes a while to generate. And I've got a thread that's quitting or something here. I don't know what the heck's going on. So yeah, it's quite huge. Here. Yeah. So we still have the heat maps though on the virtual desktop. Plenty of voxels there, and in the background, we've got all of this loaded here. There's a lot. I think I could make it better, at least for the movement, because the movements are not in the thread right now. And since the movements are not in the thread, the whole thing is lagging. So let me try and do this right away. So could plug another one. There would be a lot of threads here. So let's see if I can get the thread that is not used right now. Somewhere inside of here. Yeah. So here, work on the voxel terrain. We're going to not work on the voxel, and instead we're going to go and work on the what's going on. We're going to work on movement. We're going to leave all those there. And if Oculus Rift is equal to 1, if Oculus Rift is equal to 0, let's put all of this inside of my thread. We can leave it commented here or not. Yeah, let's take all of it. Let's see if we can make this a permanent solution here for the movement. Not too sure. This will work. Let's try. Stable, more stable, faster movement. That's a lot of voxels. But again, because I didn't migrate yet my things, well, virtual reality with the Oculus Rift is not really going to cut it with this scene. It's going to be laggy as hell. Not really what we want. It's not working anymore. So I'm unable to move in any way, sort, form, or fashion because of this. How about just taking that and moving that out of there and doing the same thing with the rotation here. Let's leave it like that for the moment. Maybe build a smaller terrain here just for those tests. Okay. It's gonna be faster to load, and so that we can test movement. If it loads, well, we're gonna do a big benchmark here. Okay, so it works. Whoa. We're just gonna reset. Whoa. Okay. Whoa, it's really like super ultra fast. So let's increase that to 4 as it was. Not sure why the rotation would be working. No, it wasn't working 2 seconds ago. Let's do this. So I've got this here that's working and it's not loaded, but the moment that it's loaded, it stops working. The heat map feature. Bullshit. Come on, this is slow. So it loads, but it's really laggy. Whoa. Okay, so we lost position here. It's laggy. Scene is laggy. It's labeled to load though. So that's a little bit too much voxels, you know. So if I remove the right to buffer and remove the work on a shader, let's try that again. So it's really annoyingly slow, really slow to generate all of this. Oh, it's faster here. Faster, but faster, but you know, it's still super laggy. Still, the performance usage isn't that bad. Look at that, 11.9 and 17.1. It should be more though if I actually load directly from. It should be faster though. No, wrong program. I don't want to do this. So we're gonna capture void expense. So we don't know really what's happening until it's finally loaded. Something that I should write down. Loading time would come from 0 to 30 seconds or something. So it's faster. Still feel the lag though. And the normals are really ugly. But right now my geometry shader is not working. So it's quite fast. And there's a lot of voxels. But you know, I'm using my cheat, my preferred cheat, which is using 4 vertex per face, per cubic face, per square face, instead of 6 vertex. Already there, it's an upgrade. I'm using my vertex and triangle reducer here also. And but there's a problem now. It's that all of the faces of the of that are between chunks are drawn and independently. So each chunk has its own side vertexes that are drawn. There's a lot of chunks, so a lot of vertex that could be removed. And there is also, oops, that's the, what's going on here? Okay, so, and same thing for the every set of chunks. Well, I'm using a different way anyway to do the instances in this one, so it's not really the same kind of way as I was, but as I was doing with the virtual desktop. But it's a little bit of the same, where I'm building sets of meshes, but each set of or objects that has multiple meshes of chunks. So it's the same thing. Then I would have to fetch the neighboring mesh or the neighboring object that has a set of mesh and check independently for for if there is a need to draw or not a vertex. That's something that I can do. It would certainly eliminate a lot of vertexes and be able to generate maybe the same thing without with less lag. So let's check this here. 15% CPU, 24% GPU usage. So it's not that bad. It can be much better though. So, and yeah, my geometry shader is not working. I would have to change it. I'm not sure what's going on with it. And that's about it for that test. So, except for that, let's see here if I can still load my my levels. So activate level chunk. Sorry. it's not done though. I was just migrating my stuff from outside of wordpress to outside of Unity to do it here inside of SharkDX and Barebone. And let's go there. Here. And let's check if this is working still. Okay, so chunk that level. Here. And here we're going to do VS level. VS level. PS geometry shader. Level. GS. And here we have to add again those references to those files inside of the resources. And in order to do this, so we're gonna use actually the same thing here. Well, that's what it was, but we're gonna change that to level. And here, level. And just add a level here. And go back to the forms. Resources. And now we add this text and UTF-8. There you go. So we're gonna remove the activate voxel terrain so that we can check for the level only activation. And here, did I cancel the virtual desktop? Yes. Program does not constrain. So level GS, we're just gonna cancel the GS there so that we can test this level generation. So let's see if it works. I didn't change a lot of things, but I wanted those examples to all work in the same loadout in the same program. So let's do this. Let's wait for the generation here to happen. It's been a while that I tested this one, so I don't even know if everything is gonna work. So things seem to not be working with this one. Okay, so whatever's happening, we're going to take my pixel shader here, and we are going to put it in here, the same thing. But now that we've done that, we've got to go and add the same values there to the level chunk. Oh crap. So right chunk 4 down, chunk that level. Let me just see if I have a light buffer here. Yeah. Rate of chunk floor tiles. So, oops, it's the wrong thing. Oh, let's remove this. And let's put this. That's a lot of things. So here, the light buffer, oh, we gotta change that too. So go here, and in the light buffer, there we add those values too. Here. Yep. And ambient color, it's not the only thing that we need to do. We need to take this in order to initialize, and we do this here. So now it should be initialized, and we take all of those values and we do the same for all of those. Here, like this, here, here, and here, and here, here. There's a lot. I'm gonna have to change this at some point to make it a little bit less convoluted. Okay, so bam, bam, bam. Here, bam, bam, bam. We're going to do some benchmarking after that to see what is able to load inside of one scene, how many voxels are able to load in one scene, and maybe we can develop more on that. Leave aside the virtual desktop for a while. I'm tired of this. That's my father playing with my dog. Mine. Floor tiles in here. Floor tiles? Huh. Array of level junk. Yeah. Just gonna do this here. Okay. Let's do this again and see if we have a level generating here. Ooh. So we're gonna try and find the error right here. So diffuse. Okay. Let's do this. I'm not even really using all those settings in the lights anyway. Let's go. Let's try this. Well, let me just see my graphics. Is that even set to 1? Yes, it is. Okay. Now, outside of the bounds of the array. Outside of the bounds of the array. Like buffer. Okay, so we've got an issue. And the issue is here, same spot where I was. So activate the level gen. So here, I'm gonna test this front wall, back wall, right wall, left wall, inside corner. Oh, so here, doing that. Okay. So let's do this again. Hopefully it's going to display something on the screen there, although I've always had issues with the shader manager there. Always, when I'm mixing up different types of chunks, there's always a gimmick that's happening with the shader manager. And I'm not even sure I'm using it actually for those three different types of chunks generation. I'm just using it for the okay, so we've got the level here, but an issue with the geometry shader. And the walls are really not drawn correctly. So that's something that I'm going to have to fix really soon. The levels are really small here. So we're going to start by just removing this geometry geoshader. Here, put that to null so that we can retest this level and maybe make it bigger than how small it is rather than how big or small, whatever. It's super small. I'm going to plug that to 500. And we're going to test this. It was only 200 like memory usage there. And the tiles are really small, I think. Let me just check. No, plain size is equal to 1. Change something here. Plain size 0.1. Yeah, 0.1. So really slow generation, slower even when I'm generating the normal terrain. So let's do this. Let's wait. Come on, move. Come on. It's really slow. Jesus Christ, and it's slow. Okay. So the level is really small. And the normals are all weird. So it could be something that I could be working on soon. But also removing the extra vertices, and something is lagging here. It's really lagging crazy. I'm even using a lot of the walls are all wrong. got an issue here? Oh no, see, it's a drawn face, just really weirdly colored. Oops. So that level generation is still working, except for the geometry shader that I didn't even change a single thing since the last time that I've tested this. And now it's not working, so whatever happened, gimmick happened, and because of gimmick, we have to do this all over again. So maybe what I'd like to work on next is something I didn't do yet outside of Unity, which is my infinite terrain implementation there. Turn off this and do an infinite terrain and break the chunks, and also remove the extra vertexes inside of there. So I'm gonna have to go and verify my examples. Maybe they're still loadable inside of Unity. I installed Unity last time, so do a quick check of my stuff inside of Unity, and then do the same thing as I was doing there, and bring it inside of here, and do a first-person character and start breaking bytes. That could be cool. Although I feel the lag, and there's practically nothing spawned here, so it's very annoying. I remove that from a thread movement, and there's no real it's raw, completely raw and per frame movement. So if the thread is slow, it's going to be slower, and same thing if the thread is faster. Suddenly, it's going to go at normal speed or faster. No, depending if you're slower first, and it's something that I need to fix to an average, maybe, or something else. I'm gonna think about it. Movement over time, and smooth damp the vector location, the movement location, or the player location that way. So yeah, it's pretty much what I wanted to show. Like useless, current useless. It's still cool. It's really cool, but we've got plenty of issues here. The fact that the vertexes are all drawn. It's really annoying. They're all drawn on the sides where they're not supposed to. So that's a lot of vertex decrease that I could have by canceling that. So I'm going to go ahead and work on that. So thanks for watching, dear nobody, because there's never anybody. That's why I'm saying that. And I'll be right back later.